Right now at 6, Altamont, Kansas authorities release new information on a fatal fire.
We got a cold start to the day out there. It's going to be a little warmer by this afternoon and much warmer through the weekend. We'll have a look at that forecast, though, to get you out the door. Coming up.
Plus, Special Olympics Kansas hosted second annual Sip and Shop event.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is finally Friday, November the 22nd. Just 6 days now from Thanksgiving. And so if you joined us earlier, I mentioned something about pirates, and I might as well just get it out there because I'm sure everyone's on the edge of their seat right now. Why are there no pirates in Kansas?
I don't know, Chris.
Because they all moved to Arkansas.
Yes, this is what I have to deal with sometimes. But it's
welcome.
Friday, and I'll allow it.
It's Friday. That was terrible, I know. But I saw it. Look, the internet sometimes is filled with things that are weird, and then it's sometimes filled with things that bring you joy. That brought me joy because it was so silly. Hopefully it brought you some joy too, and just be aware, there are no pirates in Kansas, so we're safe here.
Yeah,
we do have cold air in Kansas, though, and in Missouri and Oklahoma and Arkansas as well. Let's take a look outside with our camera in downtown Pittsburgh, Kansas, and you can see skies are clear. If you look close enough, you see a little bit of daylight off on the far side of the screen right there. Just a little bit. Skies clear. It is cold, though. Our camera 7th and Range Line in Joplin. Clear skies as we get this day underway as well. On the future track into the afternoon, we're going to have clear skies through the morning. And by about late afternoon, early evening, clouds will increase a bit. We're looking at partly cloudy skies for a period by the evening hours. And then they'll thin out a bit, but we'll still have some clouds overnight tonight. So we're going to go mostly clear tonight with clouds returning again for our Saturday. We're sitting at 31 in Joplin right now, 30 in Pittsburgh, and temperatures across the area look about like this. Stockton's been the cold spot all morning, and it looks like you still are, but you've had some friends join you in the 20s, Iola, Yates Center, and Sedan. So it's not that you're significantly colder, it's just that's the coldest number on this map. The majority of us, though, hanging out in the low 30s. Kids getting on the bus this morning, definitely going to want a coat. It is going to be 30, sunny, northwest winds around 5 to 10. By this afternoon, winds will be calm. There was a noise from behind here. Something hit this. Something hit that. 51 when the bus, I'm not kidding, 51 when the bus comes home. Calm winds, or at least light and variable winds. Highs today going into the low 50s. Some of us, though, still upper 40s. Clear skies, partly cloudy this evening. We're going to continue to warm up as we head into the weekend. I'm going to go see if I can find out what that was. And we'll have a full look at your forecast, talk about what our expectations are for Thanksgiving, at least as they stand today, here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right. Thanks, Chris. Authorities have charged a Knoll, Missouri woman in a fatal hit and run that occurred on November 2nd. Gloria Trejo allegedly hit a pedestrian at South Kings Highway and Hall Ridge Road in McDonald County. Now, the victim, 59-year-old Michael Pruden, died at the scene. According to court documents, Trejo told authorities she first thought she had hit a deer, then saw it was a person, got scared, and left. And we now know the cause of death of the Altamont business owner who died in a fire last week. According to the Altamont police, preliminary autopsy results show that Edward Escalas died from smoke inhalation. The origin of the fire remains undetermined. On November 14th, emergency crews responded to the motorcycle repair shop on South Huston Avenue. When they arrived, the building was fully involved. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, you can download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. Well, nearly every community has a food pantry that is running low this time of year. Crosslines in Joplin is one of them, and the food pantry provides services for individuals and families in Joplin, Carl Junction, and Webb City. In 2023 alone, Crosslines provided emergency pantry services to more than 4,000 individuals. One area pantry that needs your help is the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. Now, just last week, the nonprofit paused some of its services in order to focus on its food pantry. Wesley House says it serves nearly 1 out of every 5 families in Crawford County. And thanks to a sizable donation, a food pantry in Parsons, Kansas is staying open. Safe Haven Outreach Mission provides support to the homeless. The nonprofit can house 8 people and provides a warm meal and resources to get them back on their feet. Safe Haven needed a lifeline to continue operating, and thanks to community generosity, those doors are still open.
Not for our community, we wouldn't be here. You know, we are part of the community. I've been a part of this community since I was 6 years old. So we have a great community here, and we got some great people who give, who want to give, who just reach out because it's God's calling.
Brown says the donation came after KOAM did a story on the financial crisis. Well, Special Olympics held their 2nd annual Sip and Shop fashion show fundraiser in Pittsburgh. Now, their goal to raise money so the athletes can continue to do what they enjoy. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more about the event.
Football, and basketball, and bowling.
Those are a few of the sports Special Olympic athlete Shirley Luton likes to compete in. Special Olympics allows him to do the sports he loves.
We go to the Special Olympic thing, like we go to track and field. I went way up at Connecticut.
To raise money for the nonprofit, athletes from Special Olympics walked the stage in a fashion show fundraiser.
Everything we do for the athletes, and so we want the athletes a part of our fundraisers. We want them a part of all of our sporting events, everything. So this gives them a way to almost celebrate them for all the hard work that they do at our competitions.
The funds will go towards equipment and to continue providing a space for the athletes to compete.
All of the funds go directly back into the Southeast region. So whether that be new equipment, medals, volunteer shirts, everything we make tonight is solely going back into our athletes and their well-being.
The athletes modeled clothing from the vendors and boutiques attending the fashion show.
They do. They participate in all of these different sports. This gives them a different avenue to be able to almost express themselves in a different way through fashion, through celebrating.
The vendors paid a fee to set up at the event, and that fee, along with the entrance fee, will all go towards benefiting Special Olympics and its athletes. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
The event raised over $2,000 to support the Special Olympics. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. The FAA says it may need to slow down air traffic over the holidays due to a shortage of air traffic controllers. Plus, President-elect Trump announces his new choice for U.S. Attorney General, replacing Matt Gaetz. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Friday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from the Fulton Marsh Arch Bridge for Historic Bridge Awareness Month. Well, topping Nation Watch this morning. Listen up, parents and high school seniors. The free application for federal student aid is finally open. This year's online FAFSA form officially opened Thursday for students seeking financial aid for college during the 2025 to 2026 school year. Now, traditionally, the form is available on October 1st, but the Department of Education delayed the release. The holdup was an effort to avoid a repeat of last year's rocky rollout after making significant updates to the application. Officials expected a December release, but pushed up the opening date after 4 testing phases. The Department of Education has been testing the new form by allowing a limited number of students and families to submit the application since October 1st. The FAA says it may need to slow down air traffic during peak travel times this holiday season due to staffing issues. The Northeast could be hit the hardest, especially New York, due to a shortage of air traffic controllers in that area. Now, in May, the FAA said it was short about 3,000 air traffic controllers overall. In September, the agency said it had met its yearly goal of hiring 1,800 controllers. The FAA says the Tuesday before Thanksgiving will likely be its busiest travel day. It says any slowdowns in air traffic will be done to keep the skies safe for travelers. Meta says it has removed 2 million accounts this year linked to pig butchering investment scams. The social media giant says overseas scammers pose as fake personas, such as friendly or attractive individuals or trusted public figures. They target their victims through text, social media, email, or dating apps, build trust, and eventually manipulate victims into sending money, often cryptocurrency, to invest in schemes. The scammers typically disappear with all the money. According to a report from an independent research organization created by Congress, about 300,000 people overseas have been forced to work for the criminal operations under the threat of physical abuse. The scam centers exploded in Asia during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a shakeup to President-elect Donald Trump's transition yesterday, Trump announced former Florida AG Pam Bondi as his new choice for U.S. Attorney General, replacing Matt Gaetz after he dropped out. Some Republican senators had acknowledged that confirming Gaetz, a former Florida congressman, would have been challenging amid a House Ethics Panel investigation. Meanwhile, Trump's pick to head the Defense Department, Pete Hegseth, pushed back on sexual assault allegations made against him in 2017 while on Capitol Hill yesterday. Jared Hill has more from New York.
From Matt Gaetz to Pam Bondi, the former Florida Attorney General is now President-elect Donald Trump's new pick for U.S. Attorney General after Gaetz withdrew on Thursday.
I got the sense that the process was going to be challenging.
CBS News has learned that at least 8 Republican senators had planned to vote against confirming the former Florida congressman amid questions about the House Ethics Committee investigation into allegations Gaetz had sex with a 17-year-old. Gaetz denies all wrongdoing.
I am proud to know Donald.
Bondi is a longtime Trump ally with 2 decades of experience as a prosecutor. Meanwhile, yesterday on Capitol Hill, Trump's pick for defense secretary, Army vet and Fox News host Pete Hegseth, met with GOP senators to bolster his confirmation chances. His visit came as a police report from Monterey, California, provided more details on a 2017 sexual assault allegation made against him. According to the report, the accuser, referred to as Jane Doe, recalls saying no several times while in a hotel room with Hegseth. She alleges he prevented her from leaving.
The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared.
Hegseth's attorney says no charges were filed until CBS News police found the allegations to be false.
I don't think there's any way in the world you can say that this was a sexual assault.
Yeah, it's a pretty concerning accusation.
The allegation, though, setting up another potential split among Senate Republicans. Jared Hill, CBS News.
President-elect Trump is expected to name all of his cabinet-level picks by Thanksgiving Day. Some major roles that have yet to be announced include Treasury and Labor Secretary. And that's a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, Skywatch Storm Tracker is clear. Got a few clouds out there in Elk and Chautauqua County, and that is about it. Skies are otherwise clear. We'll go partly cloudy a little later today for a brief period before clouds return on our Saturday. We're going to have another look at your forecast in just a few more minutes here on the KOAM Morning News.
Well, dance into your day and earn a free cup of coffee. That's what one Massachusetts coffee shop is asking its customers to do if they are so inclined. Now, plenty of them have been doing just that, even going viral with their dance moves. Laura Hayfully brings us those moves.
3 million people have seen this viral social media video. Coffee Milano Cafe customers walking through the door dancing.
Bringing back the old school moves of the sprinkler.
And they've got a good reason.
Whoever shows up and dances gets a free coffee.
The Middleborough Cafe owner, Josh Rashid,
anything else for you, good sir?
Posted this sign on his door this past weekend. Dance for 5 seconds, get a coffee. And so they did.
People absolutely love it. They were smiling.
I know what you're thinking. Don't they run out of coffee? Well, the owners have already thought about a way to make sure that's not going to happen.
Rashid plans to do this only once a month, posting an Easter egg on social media as to when it will happen. So keep an eye on their Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. He'll simply write "dance party tomorrow."
If you know, you know.
I come here every day for coffee in the morning and lunch in the afternoon.
Loyal customers like John Murray love the idea.
We need a little more softness in this world, for sure.
Will you dance with me?
I would love to dance with you.
You're gonna spin around and around. And it worked. One free coffee for my average dance moves. The idea was inspired by another small business using social media to their advantage.
We saw a pizza shop do it, and I'm like, let's do that for coffee.
But Rashid had no idea that TikTok dancing would take off.
2.3 million the last I looked. That is a lot.
His hope, it brings joy to the people who need it most.
You're gonna dance away your day and have a cup of coffee with it.
Doesn't sound like a bad day at all. Let's check in with Chris for a quick look at the forecast.
Yeah, we're taking a look outside, starting to get a little more daylight out there as the sun starts to rise across the 4 states. It's cold this morning. It'll be chilly today, but a little warmer than where we were yesterday. We're having a complete look at your forecast, talk about what we're expecting for Thanksgiving, at least as of today, here in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:22 now on this Friday morning here in the 4 states. Future track for today. We're having a few clouds start building in as we head later into the afternoon and evening hours. We're going to go partly cloudy for a bit. We're going to be warmer today, and the winds are expected to be calm or light and variable through the day. So it won't be too bad out there because we've had some really breezy days here. Unfortunately, the break in the wind is short-lived. As we head into Saturday, winds are going to increase out of the south. They're going to start gusting upwards of about 20 miles an hour or so. We're going to start our Saturday pretty cold. Few clouds here and there, back into the low 30s, and then we'll warm up. Tomorrow, in fact, we're going to be about 10 degrees or so warmer than where we're expected to be today, with partly cloudy skies. By noon, you can see we've got mid and upper 50s, and we're looking at highs tomorrow, upper 50s, low 60s across the region. We head into our Saturday night. Clouds still out there. That does keep us warm, though. We've got maybe a couple of upper 40s, but we're looking at hitting right around 50 by Sunday morning. We'll start to see the clouds thicken up on our Sunday. We're going to go mostly cloudy by the afternoon and evening, and that's ahead of an opportunity for a few isolated showers Sunday evening into Monday. In Joplin right now, you can see we do have some clouds out there, but otherwise pretty clear skies. Great view of that sunrise. 31 is where we're sitting. The northwest breeze only at 3, so again, not bad. We do have some cold spots. Now, Stockton has been the coldest all morning, down to 26, but you've got some friends in the 20s, the 8th Center Sedan and Iola. The rest of us into the low 30s as we start our day, and that's where we're expected to be by 8 o'clock. Clear skies, low 40s by 11 a.m. And as we head into the afternoon, again, mostly clear skies, so a few clouds by 4. We'll go partly cloudy a little later. Highs today, low 50s for most of us, but still some upper 40s will be possible. As we head into the overnight hours, first off, partly cloudy skies for the evening. They'll thin out a bit, but still a few clouds overnight, fall back into the low 30s. Then we head down the road, 62 tomorrow, breezy, near 70 on Sunday. And then we'll have an almost 30-degree drop from Sunday's highs to Sunday's lows. And then we'll have some showers continuing into our Monday. Then we talk about what happens for Thanksgiving. So 24 hours ago, you may recall, we were looking at maybe a wintry mix on Thursday morning, on Thanksgiving morning, and temperatures much colder. Well, you can see the temperature line has shifted a bit. Even though it's still going to be cold Thanksgiving, it's going to be warmer than the expectation was. So we've got, again, a number of variables. And when it comes to winter weather, it only takes the slightest shift in something to throw everything out of whack. But we will continue to watch as we get closer to Thanksgiving. And I guarantee you that through the weekend and by Monday, it's going to be probably upside down from where we are right now. But we're looking at rain chances. So again, do not cancel your Thanksgiving plans, but just be prepared, especially if it rains overnight. If anything freezes, you'll want to be prepared for slick spots. You might want to leave a little early to get where you're going on Thanksgiving morning. But again, don't cancel anything. Don't panic about it just yet. It's just something that we're going to watch. Otherwise, we're just looking at rain. And the cool temperatures continue. Take a look into next weekend. Maybe some showers next Saturday. Highs only into the 40s and 50s. Let's check your forecast. We're going to toss it over to Lise now with Health Watch.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Disparities in health based on race and income are getting worse, not better. A study by The Lancet found the life expectancy gap in the U.S. was 12.6 years in 2000, but rose to 15.6 years in 2019. The groups they classified with the lowest life expectancy were American Indians and Alaska Native people, as well as Black Americans living in rural low-income areas. Now, the group with the highest life expectancy are Asian Americans. Drug and alcohol abuse has far more victims than just the people using them. A report in the Journal of Studies on Alcohol and Drugs found that nearly 160 million Americans say they've been harmed by someone else's substance use. The effects range from marriage and family problems to financial issues, being assaulted or being injured in a drunk driving accident. And people with poor mental health tend to spend more time reading negative content online. A study by University College London monitored people's browsing history and found that people in worse moods not only looked at more negative content, it also made them feel even worse. Researchers suggest content warnings could be used on websites similar to food warnings on labels. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, Eagle pitcher breaks ground on a new Joplin facility that could ultimately bring hundreds of jobs.
And we've got a beautiful start to the day. A couple of clouds here and there, and it is a bit on the cold side. It'll be a little warmer today. We'll have a look at that forecast. Get you out the door coming up.
Plus, the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County invited the community out for a Kids Giving celebration.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News at 6:30. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It's a finally Friday, November the 22nd. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
All right. Hey, and this is a Friday ahead of what is possibly a very long weekend for some. I know some folks will have pretty much all of next week off. Not everybody. Some, you may have a couple of days of work next week. But either way you paint it, we're looking at a pretty good start to the weekend.
Great.
In fact, this weekend's going to be fantastic. We'll talk all about that here in just a few more minutes. But first, we still got to get through Friday.
Yes,
we
do.
And we need to tell you how to get through your Friday. Well, first, depending on, if you're driving to work, you get dressed, get your keys, get in the car, drive to work. That's how you get through your Friday. But in terms of the weather, well, it's going to be a little cool still. You want to make sure you dress warmly. Let's take a look outside. From our camera in downtown Pittsburgh, we got it pointed east along 4th Street there from Broadway. And look at that sunrise. It looks beautiful. There's a couple of stray clouds here and there, but nothing too crazy. Same from our camera at 7th and Rangeline in Joplin. Just a couple of stray clouds, but otherwise just a beautiful sunrise. It is a little bit on the cold side, though, and we will be a hair warmer today than where we were yesterday. So yesterday, it was mostly upper 40s, some low 50s. Today, we are looking at mostly low 50s, some upper 40s will be possible here and there. We'll also have some clouds build in by late afternoon into the early evening. We'll have some partly cloudy skies, and then we'll go mostly clear as we head overnight tonight, so just a few clouds here and there. Sitting at 31 in Joplin, 30 in Pittsburgh and across the area. We've got temperatures, some of us a little colder than the rest of us. Stockton has been the cold spot all morning, sitting at 26, but we got some other 20s, Sedan, Yates Center, and Iola. Otherwise, low 30s. So believe it or not, we're actually pretty close to normal for this time of year. It is cold, but it's November. It's almost Thanksgiving. It's supposed to kind of be cold, whether we like it or not. That's how the world works. 30 is where we're expecting to be when the kids get on the bus this morning. Northwest winds around 5 to 10, and by the time that bus brings them home, we are going to be still sunny. 51 calm winds out there, so a pretty good day. No breeze to worry about. It's only a short break, though. The winds will start picking up on our Saturday. Clear skies, then we'll go mostly clear by late afternoon, partly cloudy into the evening, mostly clear overnight. Temperatures, again, most of us into the low 50s. Again, we are going to warm up as we head into the weekend ahead of another cool down. We'll talk about what we're looking at for Thanksgiving with the full forecast, and that's coming up here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Legal pitcher officials broke ground yesterday afternoon on a new energetics facility in Joplin. They plan to add 3 buildings on East 26th Street. Officials tell us the new facility will employ about 120 people by 2026 and up to 100 more by 2029. The new facility will feature semi-automation capability and more. Eagle Pitcher is known for its battery tech, energetic devices, and battery management systems. Well, yesterday was the first day of the Miracle Market at Freeman Hospital West. The market provides vendors a chance to sell their goods with a portion of the money they make going to the Children's Miracle Network. The market is 20 years in the making and continues to be a favorite for many Freeman employees and vendors. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
We've all had the chance to browse local markets for a smell good candle or a new sweater, but not very often do we go to a market with the word miracle tied to it.
Really exciting to see people get excited about raising funds for our kiddos. The money goes a really long way and every dollar counts. All of our funds stay 100% local in the area that are raised for Children's Miracle Network.
For good reason, this miracle market gets a lot of attention year after year.
We've been doing this for 20 years. And we have vendors that start calling in the middle of summer going, I need those dates so that we can be there. Like, they're very excited about our kids.
For some, the market is another way to give back to what has already been done for them.
Nora was diagnosed with a tumor in her brain when she was a little baby and went to several different places to find out how to fix that. And Children's Miracle Network, I do know one specific thing. They help with their gas money to go to Dallas every time she has to go to the doctor for her checkup. So that's phenomenal. Little things like that are a big deal to families.
According to Georgiana, you would never know her granddaughter has had to deal with something so difficult.
It's been 9 years since the tumor was discovered. So the process and the challenges that she's faced with the tumor has made her stronger.
For the past 3 years, she has been a part of the Miracle Market, hoping to maybe provide a miracle for someone else.
We pick up walnuts every fall, and on the farm everybody picks up walnuts, and then I've got a check today to present to them. So it's kind of all about the Children's Miracle Network. They do so many good things for kids.
In Joplin, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
The market will continue today from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Well, downtown Joplin is ready to sparkle for the holidays, and it all starts with Spiva Park. Volunteers came together to deck the park with lights of jolly, transforming it into a Christmas wonderland. Organizers say the goal is to create a space where people can enjoy the season while supporting local businesses and making memories.
We want you to come and feel like you can hang out with George, but bring your family down here. Enjoy the holiday season when you're out grabbing a cup of coffee downtown or going out for dinner, at Club 609 or Red Onion. When you're coming out and doing your holiday shopping downtown and shopping local, but then go and stop by Spiva Park and create some memories, with your family downtown in a beautifully well-lit, just fun, festive space.
The lights will remain up throughout the holiday season, making Spiva Park a perfect place to relax, take photos, and soak in the magic of the holidays. The Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County held its Kids Giving Gala yesterday at the club's Teen Center. The event brought the community together to celebrate and support vital programs for local kids. The club held a silent auction to raise funds for the nonprofit in hopes of raising enough for a new gym floor.
Yeah, so our biggest accomplishment this year is the opening of our new Fairland unit. That was a big win for us, the ability to serve more kids at a larger location, and that really kick-started our Miami Teen Center project that is currently in construction phase right now.
The Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County is dedicated to providing a safe, fun, and positive environment for youth. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Well, if it's Friday, you know what that means. We've got Shannon Becker live in studio to help us close out the week with his big 3 news stories. And we have a chilly and sunny day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back, but first, here's a live look from the Fulton Marsh Arch Bridge for Historic Bridge Awareness Month. Welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. Good morning, Shannon. Happy to have you with us this morning.
Thank you. Welcome to the cold weather.
Yes, I know, right?
You're from the north, Yeah,
yes,
no big
unfortunately.
Let's take a look at the big 3 news stories this week. What's live and local happening where you live. A suspect driver who hit a man and killed him is now in jail in Knoll. This woman, Gloria Trejo, was linked to a lens. It was either from a tailgate or a headlight, not sure. But there was a serial number on a piece of it left at the scene. And detectives and investigators found that and linked it to a Ford F-150. And also they knew the color from other pieces of pieces of damage. And so she did provide a written statement, and she is still in jail on a $2,000 cash-only bond. Our number 2 story, KOAM News Now, a Colorado family have found their missing dog. This story is so fun. Have you heard about this yet?
I don't think
I have. Oh my gosh.
Shannon, tell me
so
about
this family, they've got 2 little boys, husband and wife. 2 years ago, 2 of their dogs ran off. Something happened in Texas. I was talking to the mom yesterday. They still don't know exactly what happened. But anyway, they moved to Colorado in the meantime, live in Estes Park, but they've been looking at humane societies and adoption places all over the country.
Oh, wow.
And now they found at the Carthage Humane Society.
Oh, my gosh.
They called her Elaine at the Humane Society, but it's really Sedona. And she was microchipped when she was young, but it had become infected and kind of what they call migrated.
Right.
So they took it out.
Okay.
So they could identify her by the scar of the microchip. That's the dad came.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
So they just got home yesterday. We'll have more. Samantha Walker, KOAM, is going to do more with that today.
Fantastic.
And then our number 1 story. What's happening where you live? Well, you better be sure and get that Pike Pass.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because you could save a little money, they say. Well, otherwise, you'll be on this thing called Pate Play that takes a picture of your plate and then sends you a bill.
Okay.
You might even want to pay for your kids. You know what I mean? It depends on whose tag is like really what it's registered in.
Are the tags free of charge? Are they?
Well, the Pike Pass you pay for. You like put a certain amount of money on the account, and then it takes it out. You know, whenever you drive through. But you do get a little thing that you put on the car for the Pike Pass. So that is the last turnpike that goes cashless in Oklahoma.
And Shannon, you were the last person.
I know. What do you think about that?
The whole state of Oklahoma.
Isn't that crazy?
How about
I
that?
didn't mean to. It was like, you know, they did a little bit early, so it was just kind of fun. I should have smiled better for my picture, my close-up. So that's really historic, and it joins 8 other states with your Pike Pass too. So I travel to Oklahoma and also through Texas. It works in both places. So
how about that?
More online, KOAM News Now. And then the holidays, the Christmases, the Thanksgivings, it's all getting close. The Christmas parade list, I work really hard on this every year. It's very exhaustive. We've got that on our website. And then Monday, Sparkle in the Park will light up in Carthage.
Beautiful.
They lost a lot of trees this year in the tornado back in May. In Carthage, but I think they're gonna pull it off. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I think the lighting is 6 or 7 o'clock that night. You have to take a look and see on our website. But our Christmas parade list, the lightings begin. The La Russell pump lighting is on Thanksgiving Day, and then the Salvation Christmas lights will come on at the Vietnamese Catholic Monastery in Carthage on Thanksgiving Day as well.
Fantastic.
It's
Lots
here.
to look forward to. It is here.
It's here.
Well, Shannon, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Happy to have you as always. Stick around. We'll be right back.
All right, time for some Friday birthdays. We're starting in Jasper with Joe Etchison celebrating birthday number 3. Happy birthday.
And in Erie, a happy 5th birthday to Briggs Klassen.
And in Carthage, Liam Honschel celebrating birthday number 7. Happy birthday.
And in Bronson, a happy 8th birthday to Kyler Botts.
And in Pittsburgh, Aaliyah Peters celebrating birthday number 10 says happy birthday with love from Mom, Dad, Aiden, and Morgan.
And in Chanute, a happy 10th birthday to Coit Whitley. It says happy birthday from all of your family.
And over to Frontenac now, Noah Davis celebrating birthday number 13 with happy birthday love coming from Mom and Dad.
And a happy birthday to Darius Valley turning 17 today over in Girard.
And in Carterville, Maddie Shaw celebrating birthday number 25. Happy birthday.
And in McCune, a happy birthday to Aquila Abernathy turning 25.
And in Erie, Samantha McCoy celebrating birthday number 30 says happy birthday from your bestie.
And in Columbus, a happy 40th birthday to Kobe Hale.
And we've got Stephanie Allen celebrating birthday number 48 says you are a wonderful daughter. Love you so much, Mom and Dad.
And a happy 84th birthday to Joan Rhodes in Parsons.
And Ed Vickery celebrating birthday number 89 over in Parsons.
And in Columbus, a happy 17th anniversary to Todd and Ryan Leeson.
And in Columbus, David Ruddick celebrating another year wiser.
And one of our own celebrating their birthday today. A happy birthday to Daniel Camp. Now, not only is he the operations supervisor here at KOAM, he's also the overlord of Chris Warner.
That's a fact.
Yes.
But what he doesn't supervise is the birthdays, because we are missing his picture.
We are, aren't we? Happy birthday, Daniel.
But I will have to make up for this to my overlord. I'll have to, lots of apologies. Humblest ones are certainly coming for you, Daniel, and I will make this up to you some way, somehow.
God.
Perhaps a box of pens might be a good gift.
So.
I think so. We've got some of those here. Well, we're going to wrap up our list, though, in Columbus with Debbie Coons celebrating a birthday today. All right. A great list of birthdays and anniversaries, and if you want to celebrate with us with your pictures, what do they need to do?
Yes, go ahead and submit them to birthdays at KOAMnewsnow.com. Like Chris mentioned, be sure to include those wonderful photos, messages to meet the deadline that you see there at the bottom of your screen, and to include the date of your celebration when submitting as well. That's important.
It is very important. Just so everybody at home knows, there's notes on these sheets, okay? I didn't say it, Elise didn't say it. We didn't pick the overlord name here, but that's what was put on this piece of paper, okay? I don't know exactly where that may have come from.
Is it wrong?
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, I'm kind of curious now exactly. I don't know who writes these notes. I mean, I know family members send these in.
Yes.
But, I don't know who writes them for the people at work here. And I'm going to have to find out because I've learned that I've been demoted, which is fine. All right, let's take a look outside, and we can show you, what is it? Pittsburgh campus. So, there's all these exciting notes. You can't see it very well, but that's the note, and over there it says, Overlord of Chris Warner. I've got to find out who wrote that. Clear skies out there, just a few clouds from our camera, 7th range line as well. We're looking pretty good. It is a cold start, but it will be a little warmer today, and then we'll be a lot warmer tomorrow, and even more warmer by the time we get into Sunday. So you got to change the pitches for how much warmer it's going to be between here and Sunday. For today, though, mid-40s, upper 40s by about noon. I'll have a few clouds here and there, and we'll go partly cloudy, though, as we head later into the late afternoon and early evening hours. Clouds sticking up just a bit, and then by late evening, they thin back out. We're going to go mostly clear overnight tonight, and as we head into our Saturday, winds shifting out of the south. So winds today are going to be calm, but by tomorrow, they're out of the south, gusting upwards of about 20 miles an hour. So even though it's going to be a cold start, 5 a.m., we're sitting in the low 30s. We're going to be even warmer tomorrow. We're talking low 50s today, maybe some upper 40s tomorrow. We are talking upper 50s, low 60s. Still dealing with those partly cloudy skies out there as well. And partly cloudy skies will continue into our Sunday. Now, with all the cloud cover, remember we talked about how the cloud cover acts as like a little blanket. All right, if we get warm enough, clouds will trap some of that warmth in. Now, it doesn't stay 60 degrees all night long, but it makes it where it doesn't cool off nearly as much. That's going to be what happens from Saturday into Sunday. Take a look. Sunday at 5 a.m., these are our highs for today. That gives you an idea as to how much warmer it's going to be this weekend. And you're going to want to live it up. You're going to want to soak in the warmer air because it is short-lived. Sunday, clouds will thicken up even more so. Still breezy, south-southwest winds out there gusting on us. Temperatures, though, pushing close to 70 degrees on Sunday. And then take a look. Some of our southern counties even into the low 70s before we start to see rain chances roll into the area. Quick look at temperatures. Again, great view out there. 31 in Joplin, winds northwest at 3. Those winds will be calm or light and variable as we head into the afternoon. Got some upper 20s, and most of us, though, into the low 30s, low. See, this is what happens when I learn I have an overlord. Low 30s to start the day, low 40s by 11 o'clock, sunny skies and calm winds. We'll have one more look at your forecast, plus the news you need to know here in just a moment. And when we switch over to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., we're going to hear how a heroic dog is protecting a neighborhood by scaring a mountain lion up a tree.
And here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Authorities have charged Gloria Trejo of Knoll, Missouri in a fatal hit and run that occurred in early November. Gloria Trejo allegedly hit 59-year-old Michael Pruden at South Kings Highway and Hall Ridge Road in McDonald County. According to court documents, Trejo told authorities she first thought she had hit a deer, then saw it was a person, got scared, and left. Eagle Picture officials broke ground on a new energetics facility in Joplin. 3 new buildings will be built on East 26th Street, and the new facility will employ about 120 people by 2026 and up to 100 more by 2029. The new facility will feature semi-automation capability and more. Yesterday was the first day of the Miracle Market at Freeman Hospital West. The market provides vendors a chance to sell their goods with a portion of the money they make going to the Children's Miracle Network. The market has continued over the past 20 years and continues to be a favorite for many Freeman employees and vendors. The market continues today from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
As you head out the door, again, a cold one to start and a little warmer today. Low 50s, maybe some upper 40s, calm winds, and we'll have mostly clear skies. Initially, we'll go partly cloudy for a period as we head into the evening, and then clouds thin out just a bit, but still a few of them lingering overnight back into the low 30s. As we head into the weekend, though, breezy Saturday and Sunday, low 60s Saturday, pushing near 70 by Sunday. Then we'll have rain late Sunday into Monday, and then we have more rain chances on Thanksgiving. And again, a reminder, just since yesterday, how much has already changed. Still cold, but looks to be maybe a little warmer on Turkey Day than originally thought. So we'll keep a close eye on Thanksgiving. Like we said, don't cancel your plans. Just be prepared to maybe leave early. Watch out for slick spots here and there.
Well, coming up today at noon, we're making herb butter roasted turkey in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. Coming up, Gladiator Week wraps up with director Ridley Scott talking about making the sequel to his Oscar-winning classic.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, the new immigration administration could pose a potential strain on the agriculture industry.
Plus, Shannon Becker joining us back in the studio to talk about his big 3 stories of the week. But that's going to wrap it up for us for now. We'll see you back here Monday morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.